Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel, day trading for an ROI payout. No trade recommendations. It's just a trade journal. And this is price action and order flow for Monday, May 8th, 2023. We'll talk about price action, imbalances, draws on liquidity, and order flow levels. So let's get to the charts. Okay, the weekly chart, we're in a 14 handle range in Europe Globex, and this new doji green candle right here I'm hovering around is the new week. You can see we've got a new week open gap here, and the New York midnight is this red line 46.5, and the new week open gap is just below and intersecting a previous new week open gap. So what that's telling me is there's going to be a lot of magnetism for price to stick around this area, especially since we had such a huge 24-hour candle from last Friday. But let's just finish up the bias here on the weekly. Based on this last week candle being down, I am not bullish here, mainly because of the seasonality of where we are in the year, and just because it'd have a long way to retrace to get above this green candle 2 weeks ago at 4188.75. I know a lot of people are going to wait for that, but I'm thinking it's falling short of that for this week, and we're already on the other side of FOMC, and we're already had the non-farm payrolls. Let's look at the 24-hour chart. So this one's a lot clearer for me on my bias. So although we've got the algo signal here, hashtag pullback sell signal, I don't trust that the sell's coming in on Monday. I really think it would be more like Tuesday, and we could still go up here to relative highs, and that would be 65.75, and then the new week gap, open gap above there is 72 by 74. So that's not out of hand. And the May 1st new week open gap is up here 88. So again, that's still a possibility. I'm just not thinking that's there right now with escape velocity because of this green candle right here. Now, what's the impact of that Friday candle was we had a volume imbalance on this red square, and right here, this red rectangle. So we closed both of those out. And the anchored VWAP from last Friday is sitting right now at 4131.5. And again, just to expand, the new week open gap for May 8th here for the new week is right here in gray, New York midnight open. And again, this yellow is a previous new week open gap. I'm not expecting a escape velocity. In fact, what we call this is a Don Miller. What I've learned a few years ago is when you've got a major face rip trend from the previous day, usually you've got more of bracket trend trading. And after ICT's video of new week open gaps, when you look at new week open gaps put close together, that could portend again to having a lot more of a scalper's market. So that's what I've been doing. 2 sequences in Asia, 1 in Europe, so far completely flat in cash, and I'm just slowing it way down for the 8:30 to 10 o'clock zone. Maybe I don't touch anything till the 10 a.m. RTH zone, but again, very active for Monday Globex. Scalpers market for me, just been doing 4 to 5 handles and shorts only. So right now, I'm not touching it. I'm just going to watch, sit on sidelines. Next chart. I love my 240. This is the 4-hour chart, 240 minutes. So what I'm really concentrating on is this block. This is a gap, a fair value gap, where we've had no candle body really lay over the total of this. And this goes back to May 2nd here when this was completely formed. And again, we've had candle wicks breach it, but not the bodies. So I'm really watching that. Again, that's a 65.25 on the upper zone. And you can see here, we've got the gaps. We've already covered that. Here's New York midnight open. And so until my bias would turn bullish, we got to see price break this on the 240, and that's not what's happening. And again, look at these big candles of green from last Friday. So we're just in a zone here, and that's why I'm saying brackets, scalps. I'm just leaving it here right now for now, and I'm going to see how they treat this rectangle fair value gap. Next chart. All right, my bellwether 15-minute chart. So this is that 4-hour fair value gap I was talking about. Again, I'm going to watch that closely, and the vertical line here is after this is the midnight open. So a lot going on here. You can see all the congestion. We've got Europe open at 41.4950, which is the day one VWAP, and also inside of the May 8th new week open gap, which is right under a previous new week open gap, which is under this fair value gap from May 2nd, May 3rd. So a lot going on here. Below it is May 3rd RTH open and a prior new week open gap, 41.40. So again, got to be careful not to overtrade here. The reason I'm going to sit on the sidelines right now is because of this line right here, which is almost in the upper 2/3 of this fair value gap, and that comes in 41.5875. I might get some interest between there and 41.62. So I'm going to watch that. And again, the next block of time for me is going to be watching the 8:30 to 10 a.m. zone and see what price is doing. But right now, it's a scalper bracket market. That's all we've got for this day, and I'm going to watch it. Be careful out there. Again, my bias is going to stay short, but I'm going to be flexible and open to change that if we break this fair value gap above. Aloha and take care.